Hello, welcome to the third episode of how to make a scoreboard in Google Sheets. This episode is going to be about the following goals, as I was talking about before the episodes. So far we've been through these goals. You can read them yourself by pausing the video. I'm not gonna take them again. If you want to watch them, watch the previous episodes. And here's the previous video. This is the first one, second video, and now we're in the third video. So first we want to enter the results of band station. For that we have brought a card collection here. We have the title of the card, we have the link which contains an image, PNG image, and here's the preview of the card to see that it's working. And this is just for style, we don't really need this. This is also a card number. You don't need this either in this case. We only need these, so to speak. One thing to note: make sure that your link is not relative, or so to speak. I don't know what the word is, but make sure your link doesn't disappear in time. Like there's some websites that store links, but then the link expires. Make sure your link lasts as long as the game lasts, or whatever event you're going to have. Otherwise, make sure you have a local image, basically that it's on your desktop or something, or make it download on Google Sheets so it doesn't disappear over time. Chances are that many pictures will disappear over time if you do it like that, so make sure the link is permanent and not some kind of wacky link. Alright, so for the first goal, we need a place to enter results and bands. So from the previous episode I said do not touch these because we have query formula here. It's very sensitive, as mentioned. If you remove something, it's going to affect the query. So we're not going to touch the rows. However, what we're going to do is we can totally drag this down. That's going to be okay. It's not going to affect anything at all if we drag it down. It's still going to work perfectly fine. So use that to your advantage. So what we need right now is deleting this. We don't need it anymore. Our goal is to have the images of the card bands here, and we want to enter results somewhere. The results. So we want to put all this data around here, close to the scoreboard and close to this. So let's start by adding the team name. We can use by equal sign here. And then the opposite team name. Yeah, that's could do probably. Then we go to want the player name of the first match. Here we don't need the entire list of the players. We just need the player that's actually competing inside the game. So you can do equal sign first player, and all the way to the fifth player, which is gonna be this one, right? No, this is one too much. And we are just going to do the same thing here. First player, all the way to the fifth player, which is this one, right? Yes, H11, H11. Next up, we want a place to enter the results. First bands. As you can tell, we're about to lack some space, so we're gonna have to move this to the right. As you can tell, it's getting not very symmetrical. We're going to need to add probably one column here between to make it look better. But first let's add results, merge this, and then we're going to have the bands here. I think it will do anyways. We don't really have to bother with it too much. This is okay. It's not too fancy, but we can play with it later. This is only the basics, so we just can show you the basics. We don't need to play too much with it. Alright, so now the names are connected, that's nice. What was it? What's here? No, here. What the heck? Oh, I just left these guys. Good job. Yeah, there you go. So it's gonna be from here, right? Yeah. Just gonna put this inside. This video is gonna be, by the way, like 20 minutes, so a bit longer than usual, most likely. Don't really know. Let's make these the same. No, that's not gonna be possible either. Alright, it's okay. As for bands, we can do this with data validation. So if you right click, data validation, you click on the thing here, you go to cards, you want to get all of these. You could drag it all the way down if you want to, and not D, just C. It's going to remove all the white spaces, so you don't have to worry about that. Actually, you might as well write all the way to C. It's not going to include doubles or what you call it. It's all going to be unique names and no empty names. You want to copy this and paste this here. Oops. Screw it. Paste, paste, paste. Okay, whatever. Like this. And copy this, paste it here too. And for the style purpose, let's just fix it. Okay, there you go. So now I have the list of all the cards, so to speak. That's the bands, which is done basically. Next up is going to be results. We said it's a best of 3 in the first episode, so it's going to be, you can either have 1, 0, 1, 2 points. You can't have 3 points, so we go to that validation again. This time we're going to have the list of items. You're going to want to write 0, 1, 2, save it, copy, and just fix the styling. Maybe like this, who knows? No. And maybe like this. Yeah, something like that. Seems okay. Next up, I'm not gonna style it too much. That's not what the focus of this video is. So now it has 1, 2. Let's see. Let's put this centered a bit. 1 to 2. That's all you need, basically. As for connecting them, you want to go ahead. The results you can connect like right away, just like this, and you can just drag it down and drag it to the side because they're next to each other here too. So the last match is going to be this one, which seems to apply pretty well. Mate. So all of these, the results are correct right now. We don't have to bother with it anymore. As for bands, we don't want the full name of the bands, we want only the card. So if we take out archers, we want the image of the archers here. We do that by doing Vlookup. So Vlookup. So what are we looking for? The search key, like the name of the item. It's going to be archers. You want to lock this with F4. Then it's going to ask us for the range. If you hold Control and go to the cards, then leave Control, enter it, you're going to get the Vlookup with you here, which is what we need in this case. Mark this range. You can go all the way down to D, doesn't really matter. The index is how many steps to the right. That's what the index is. So this is the first index, it's the second index. So how many steps to the right is the link? It's 1, 2 steps. So we can write 2 here. So 1, 2. Easy peasy. Is the data sorted? So is it sorted? It's not sorted. It is sorted. I don't really know. Just, it's optional. Just write 0 as general practice. You don't think about it too much. Enter. As you see, we get a link right now. If I get this to here, maybe you can tell we get a link right now. If you click on this link, you get an image, the PNG image, which is exactly what we need. However, we want this in the image format. To do that, you go here and write image, parentheses, boom, there's the image. And that's all you need basically for the bands to make it work. You can probably just do something like this. Delete it, delete that, Can you just... Yeah, okay, let's make it... I want to make it bigger, but at the same time I don't really care. It's just for practice. If you want to make this bigger yourself, go ahead. I don't really mind right now. Alright. So as for this, K4... sorry, I need to put this still, not this one. This one you can put back. If you copy this one, you see, you copy it. You can go here, paste formula only. It's gonna tell you NA, which means not available. Why is that? Yes, because there's no cards entered here. So there's two ways to solve this. The first one is just by entering this. It's gonna give you like a question mark, which I've entered here. If you want this to be empty, you could add an if error formula. So if this is empty now, it's gonna be empty here too. So if you copy this, copy, paste formula only, there's not gonna be an error despite this be empty, because Vlookup doesn't allow empty, how to say it, results, so to speak. Yeah, next up is going to be the other side, I guess. Just copy this, and instead of K4 it's going to be N4, which is over here. And like if you take some card, it does show, which is exactly, that's okay for me. Copy, paste formula only. Now just center this for the look's sake. You could style this more if you want. I'm not going to go too deep as mentioned. I'm not really into that right now. Anyways, so now we have the bands working. Next up is going to be the results. So like, let's just add a bar to the left here. It looks a bit weird. So if you write like 1 here, it's gonna say 1, etc. How do we get these results to be translated into here by itself? So how do we define a win here? What is a win? A win is when a player reaches 2 points. So reach a 1 point, we don't want this to count it as a point. So what we need to do is a count if formula. If there is a 2 in one of these, how many 2s is here? That's the amount of points your team has. So if we do it like this, count if, and then we take, this is hectic, anyways, let's go like here, take this to range, F4. Alright, so here's the range we want to count the 2s in the home team, and the criteria, what are we counting? The 2s. Yes, and then click enter. Right now it says 0. Why? Because there's no 2s in here. So if we add a 2, right, for example here, it's gonna say 1. If we add another 2, if we add 0, it's still gonna say 1 because it's only 1, 2 here. If we add another 2, it's gonna say 2. That's what we need in this case. Next up, we're going to go here, do the same. F to F, count the 2s. Now we somehow want to put it here, like it won't say like 2, 1 in this case. We want to merge it. For that we need to use the formula called Concatenate to merge this. So we're going to do equal sign concatenate. Concatenate. The first string is going to be following. Hold on. It's going to be this one. This. Then we're going to add one of those. Oh, forget the comma. Don't forget the comma, otherwise it's not going to work. And we can just copy this again, change it to F. Alright, and now it says 2, 1 by itself, as we want. So if we go here, make it all zeros, it's gonna say 0, 0, which is exactly what we want. So if you add a 2 here, it's gonna say 1, 0, etc. So we have brought the result of bands to the station, we have connected the card list, we have created drop down for the wings, and connected bands to the main scoreboard. As for the rest, you can design these colors whatever you want, to be honest. There's no specific ending for it. However, there's one thing you can do. So right now you can tell this is empty, this is empty, but those are not empty right now. So we need to somehow make it empty. How do we do that? Yes, by going here, stating if let's say hold on, if this cell, if this cell is equal to nothing, then value if true. We want nothing to be there. Alright. However, if it's not empty, we want the result to be there, which is basically this one. So as you can tell, it's empty now. So if you write something like hi, it's not gonna be empty anymore. This is going to be like very useful in the future. We could take this. Yeah, we can just copy this and do this like for paste formula only, and it will do the rest for us. Like if you write something here like G or anything, it's gonna add the 0, the first number, and this works like with any number. So even if it says like 2, it's gonna take the 2 from there. Yeah, we can do the same on the other side, which is gonna be H7, and if it's empty, then we want M to show up. Copy this, paste to the others. There you go. Now these are all empty right now, which is exactly what you want in the King of the Hill formula. It makes it so much more professional, so to speak. To style it even more, why is it not disappearing? There you go. You can write in the image, you can write 4, and then make it like the height. We can have it like 100 times maybe 70. Take a look at it, and then center it. Maybe a bit too big, so maybe instead 90, 60. Still too big. 40 and 70. Maybe 50 here. That's about right. So if you copy this and paste formula only, then you can just copy this part, and we can do like that. Copy, paste formula only. So if you put like another card there, like barbarians, it's gonna show cover the whole image, not just part of it, which is kind of what we want to. It looks better, in my opinion, than just having half of it empty, because you can still recognize what card it is. Yeah, and that's about it for the tutorial. It got exactly 20 minutes as expected. Thank you for watching. I hope it helped you. Peace out.